Hey guys, how are all of you beautiful people? Hope all of you are doing fine, and yes, this is the new series Naruto God Level Modifier. In the world of Naruto, Toyota Hero got the Super Modifier system. So let's start without any delay. Hero and Tsunade joined forces in this battle, which made the Konoha ninjas exhale. They were relieved. After this battle, the war between Konoha and Sand should come to end. But in fact, the battle between Hero and Tsunade severely inflicted Sand. Kyo was injured and escaped, Ibizo died, so no one was Hero and Tsunade's opponent. Unless the fourth Kazekage come in person or send the whole Sand ninja army. At present, Sand's one-tailed beast Jinchuriki still alive, the old monk in the original. Hero shook his head. Whether it is one-tailed beast Jinchuriki or the fourth Kazekage, they won't come to the battlefield. After all, the power of tailed beast cannot be fully controlled. It is easy to cause chaos on the battlefield, which is uncontrollable. Also, the fourth Kazekage can't come to the battlefield. Because now the fourth Kazekage has just taken this position, he must focus on stabilizing the current situation, otherwise he will not be the fourth Kazekage. If they lose the war, he, as fourth Kazekage, will bear all the responsibility. So after defeating and injuring Kyo, Hero determined that this time the Sand Hidden Village frontline will collapse, and which means Sand Village will lose the war. Facts have proved that Hero's thinking is good. About 3 days later, news came that the Sand Hidden Ninjas retreated. Kyo evacuated Sand Ninja troops. At the same time, Sand's senior management decided to temporarily truce with Konoha. This decision means the Sand Hidden battlefield can be temporarily stopped, and finally, it is about to truce. When the news broke, Hero and Tsunade were preparing to return to the village. Sure enough, 2 days later, 3rd Hokage sent part of the Konoha troops from the Sandy border defense to the village, including Hero and Tsunade. The two are also important figures in the village now, and of course, they should return to the village. I'm finally going back. If it wasn't for your help, I'm afraid it's hard to say who loses and who wins. Tsunade whispered. The words were full of appreciation for Hero. Tsunade now gradually no longer treats Hero as a student, but treats him as a powerful Konoha ninja, this a change brought by Hero's strength. Of course, it was also a manifestation of the relationship between Hero and Tsunade becoming more subtle. Hero smiled and said, even if I didn't come for me to support, Konoha would send someone else, the result would still be the same. Don't be humble, you just covered up your smile, Tsunade said. Cough cough. Hero and Tsunade were chatting while packing up their things, bringing the Konoha ninjas back to Konoha. Galloping all the way, Hero finally could return to Konoha. It has been more than a month since he left Konoha. Hero is indeed a little bit homely. From the border of Land of Rivers to Konoha, under normal circumstances, it takes about 2 or 3 days, but Hero and others rushed all the way. It only took less than 2 days to enter Konoha. From a distance, they can see Konoha. Looking at it, a circle of red walls standing high. The walls of more than 10 meters high, plus defensive measures, this is Konoha's village walls. Looking further away, you can vaguely see the erected rocks. There are a total of 3 ninja sculptures. It is Hokage Rock. Finally arrived at Konoha. Soon, Hero and others arrived at the entrance of the village. The entrance to the village was guarded by 2 special Jounin. When they saw Hero and the others, the 2 was a little wary at first, but as soon as they saw Tsunade, they immediately relaxed. The 2 said in one voice, Tsunade-sama. The 2 ninjas are very respectful, which is the benefit of Sanin's reputation. When the two ninjas looked at Tsunade, they glanced at Hiro again. Their hearts were stunned. Hiro is so young. Hiro's record spread throughout Konoha. Everyone knows that there is such a powerful ninja. But now when I look at Hiro's age, they were surprised. The upright and straight body and handsome face give people a special feeling. Hiro's temperament and impression have changed completely. Moreover, the killing experience on the battlefield has made Hiro's temperament calm and cool. Of course, this is also related to Hiro's charm value. The two special Jounin glanced at each other, watched Hiro and Tsunade leave, and said at the same time, Naruto-sama said he wants to see you as soon as you arrive. Hiro and Tsunade nodded and walked towards the Hokage building. When Hiro and the others walked away, the two of them looked at each other before each secretly sighed, and said, unimaginable, is he less than 9 years old? Yes, he is the first ninja using the legendary Mokuton style after the first Hokage-sama. The two special Jounin talked in a low voice. Obviously, Hiro left a very deep impression on them. This impression made them very surprised. Hiro and others walked into the village, but they saw countless civilians crowded in front of them. They were all greeted by the road, looking at Hiro and Tsunade. Tsunade-sama, really beautiful, worthy of the legendary Sannin. Ninja flower, the idol of female ninjas. Yes, and Tsunade-sama's disciple, Hiro-sama. So handsome. So handsome. So handsome. There are countless little girls who look at Hiro with stars in their eyes. Hiro is overwhelmed. These little girls are also really enthusiastic. At present, Hiro's reputation is very high. When Tsunade saw this scene, he glanced at Hiro and said with a smile, "You are still very popular among these little girls." Hiro felt a jealous smell, and immediately said righteously, "They are just little girls." As expected, Tsunade's face turned cloudy and clear. She and Hiro went to the Hokage building, facing Sarutobi. Hokage building. The third Hokage was in a good mood, smoking a pipe, extremely comfortable, listening to Tsunade and Hiro's report, nodding frequently. When Hiro put a plan and killed Ebizo successfully by himself, the third Hokage was amazed by Hiro's strength, intelligence, and courage. When your death news came at that time, I thought you suffered misfortune on the battlefield. I didn't think it was your strategy, even we were deceived. The third Hokage applauded and said with a smile. When he received the information about Hiro's fraudulent death, he was shocked. Later, when he received the news that Hiro killed Ebizo, everything became clear to him. Hiro's plan can be described as a perfect plan, deceiving everyone, which made Sand to lose the war in the end. Even Ebizo was killed. Thank you, Hiro replied calmly. The third Hokage said with a smile, now everyone in the village knows your deeds. Your performance was very amazing. The whole ninja world knows your deeds. Killing Ebizo, who is at Kage level, is enough to prove your ability. The third Hokage said, because of your performance, you will be promoted to Small Anbu Team Captain. You will also be promoted to Jounin. Small Anbu Team Captain. Hiro was promoted. This is the benefit of killing Ebizo, he gained a lot of prestige. Hiro thought becoming a Small Anbu Team Captain is benefits him. Anbu's rules are very simple. Anbu is directly under Hokage, Anbu Captain is Minato. The deputy captain is Shinku Yuhai. And under Shinku Yuhai is small team captains. Hiro now has a small team captain position which is only below Shinku Yuhai and Minato. This shows how much the third Hokage attaches great importance to him. Thank you, Hokage-sama. Sarutobi nodded and said, in the village, there is a serious shortage of fighting power now. Although the war with Sand has stopped for time being, the three ninja villages Rock, Cloud, and Hidden Mist will make a move at any time. Hidden Mist village has already begun to confront us at the border. Hiro was surprised. Konoha has already started fighting with Hidden Mist. Thinking of Hidden Mist's 7 ninja swordsmen, and of course, he won't forget the beautiful little girl Mie, Hiro's heart filled with excitement. In the original work, many things happened in the third war between Konoha and Hidden Mist. One of the things that impressed Hiro was, when Might Dewey opened the last gate, Gate of Death, and killed 4 members of 7 ninja swordsmen. The battle situation with Hidden Mist Village is complicated because Hidden Mist Village has always been closed from the rest of the world. Hidden Mist Village has sent a large number of elite ninjas. Our defense line needs support. Saru to be cut. Hiro nodded. Konoha is the strongest one among the 5 villages. It is almost a multi-line war. The battlefield is chaotic. Being in war with many villages at the same time consumes a lot of money. According to Hiro's knowledge, Shinku is leading Konoha ninjas to fight with Hidden Mist Village. And Minato is at the border between Konoha and Cloud Village. I was planning to send some young ninja to join the battlefield. There are not enough ninjas on the battlefield. The third Hokage said. Hiro understood. It seems Kakashi, Guy and others will go to the battlefield soon. By the way, Hiro. The third Hokage suddenly said, recently Danza has been inquiring about your news. He seems to be very interested in your Mokuton. Hiro understood third Hokage values him. Firstly, he made Hiro's small Anbu team captain, then he reminded him about Danza. What happened is Hiro suddenly awakened Mokuton. Tsunade spoke at this time, helping Hiro to explain Mokuton's matter. This was also because Tsunade had discussed with Hiro a long time ago to help Hiro explain Mokuton's awakening, otherwise, Hiro could not explain this matter. With just Hiro's words, others would doubt it, but with Tsunade, it would be completely different. Tsunade helped Hiro to prove it, at least many people would no longer doubt it on the surface. Tsunade took the initiative to help Hiro explain and find excuses, which moved Hiro's heart. With Tsunade's explanation, Hiro will be able to use Mokuton openly in the future. The third Hokage nodded his head slightly. Hiro, you still have to pay attention. Danza is very interested in Mokuton. Of course I know. Hiro nodded his head. Mokuton has an extraordinary meaning to Konoha, because, in legend, only Mokuton can tame tail beasts, it could even tame Kyuubi. Therefore, after learning that Hiro can use Mokuton, third Hokage's attention to Hiro immediately increased by several levels. After chatting for a while, Hiro said goodbye to the third Hokage. He separated from Tsunade and returned home to rest. The next day, Hiro woke up early and went to a ramen shop on the side of the street to eat ramen. The lady owner of the ramen shop gave Hiro a large bowl. She even put all the ingredients in it. Hiro's face was filled with smiles, with his high charm everything. Hiro. While thinking, he heard an excited voice. Hiro turned his head and saw a few acquaintances. Guy, Kakashi, Obito, and Rin. The person who called his name was Guy. Guy was very excited after seeing Hiro. Hiro said hello to these little friends, hello. However, Guy's first sentence turned Hiro's face like charcoal. Guy grabbed Hiro's arm and said, "Great, Hiro, you are still alive, you are not dead." "What the fuck?" Guy said, "Previously, Konoha sent a battle report saying that you were killed in battle with Sand at the border. We were all shocked when the news came. It's really good that you are okay. The news of Hiro's fraudulent death reached Konoha, making Guy, Kakashi, and others think that Hiro was dead. Obito also said, "You are fine. After all, they are classmates who grew up together." Of course, Obito and others don't want Hiro to die. "Yeah, after Kuinai heard your death news, she has been crying for many days. You guys are." Rin complained. Hiro's expression changed slightly. He didn't expect the third Hokage would make his death news public. "How is she?" Hiro asked with concern. Hiro was very worried about Kuinai's situation. "I don't know, I haven't seen her for a few days." Rin said, "She may not even know the news of your death is fake." "What?" Hiro felt even more worried. He left the ramen shop hurriedly and went to find Kuinai. Kuinai can be regarded as one of the few people in this world who treats him wholeheartedly. Of course, Hiro attaches great importance to Kuinai, so he immediately went to find Kuinai. Seeing Hiro already left, Guy scratched his head. "Hiro left so quickly, I still want to know how he killed Ebizo." Hearing Guy said that, Kakashi's eyes moved slightly, looking at Hiro's back with a complex, clenching his fists tightly. Obito is a bit unconvinced. In such a short period, Hiro grew quickly, and now he could even kill a powerful ninja like Ebizo, who was a kid-level ninja, leaving them far behind. This made Kakashi and Obito and others very unconvinced. "They will also go to the battlefield to join the fight." Kakashi cheered himself up. He must not fall behind Hiro. Hiro arrived at Kuinai's house. In the courtyard of Kuinai's house, the door was open, and there seemed to be no one in the house, but Hiro walked in gently, only to see a slight sob in the room. Hiro was slightly startled. He heard Kuinai's cry. "Fuck. This girl wouldn't think that he is dead. Shit." Hiro hurriedly walked into the bedroom and saw a slender, petite figure lying on the table, sobbing softly. "It is Kuinai." This girl looked extremely sad. Hiro could see the rain on her face from the side, and that pitiful appearance made Hiro a little bit painful. Kuinai becomes very slim, seeing a goddess fan crying from him. Crystal tears falling and dripping on the table, she crying extremely sad. "Kuinai," Hiro whispered. Hearing Hiro's voice, Kuinai was surprised. She seemed to be a little uncertain. She thought she had heard hallucinations. She gradually recovered. She hurriedly turned her head to see Hiro standing at the door. Looking at her eyes, Hiro saw all kinds of emotions in Kuinai's eyes: surprised, excited, and unbelievable. Hiro sighed lightly. Only now he realized how he was so important to Kuinai, but at the same time, he was even more surprised. "Fuck you, third Hokage," Hiro said in his heart. Hiro was wrong at throwing all the blame on the third Hokage's head. When the news of his fraudulent death came, Kuinai felt the sky was about to fall. After that, she locked herself in the room for several days, and she didn't even know Hiro's death news was just a trick, let alone Hiro just returned to the village yesterday. I'm not dreaming." Kuinai's eyes were red but excited at the same time. Her eyes were originally ruby-like red, but now they are even redder. She looks very tired. Seeing Hiro, she cried with joy again. Kuinai is not such a girl who is easy to cry. On the contrary, she has a very calm personality. But when things are related to Hiro, Kuinai's concern is chaotic. Hiro was very moved. Kuinai was dedicated to Hiro. "Are you okay?" "I am okay, and so sorry because I made you worried." Hiro replied seriously, "Not only is I okay, but my performance on the battlefield was also very good." Hiro simply said everything. let Kurenai gradually relieved and calmed down. Hearing Hiro saying he killed Ebizo, perfect plan, Kurenai fully understood, and her mind calmed down completely. She is very proud of Hiro's performance. After Hiro took Kurenai to eat something, a smile finally appeared on her face, letting Hiro relax. Looking at the smile on the little girl's face, Hiro was very relieved. When Hiro and Kurenai returned to her home, it was already night. The moon and stars in the sky, making the sky shining, Hiro was holding Kurenai's little hand, and said, "I will accompany you to watch the stars." "Thank you." Kurenai thanked him. She is in a great mood now. The two of them looked at the stars in the sky together, standing quietly and calmly. Hiro didn't hesitate, immediately took the opportunity, leaning forward to seal Kurenai's small mouth. Kurenai's eyes widened, but she also responded jerky. After fully understanding how much he is important in Kurenai's heart, he had already regarded Kurenai as his own woman. For a long time, the lips are divided. Kurenai was already blushing, but her heart filled with sweetness and honey. She couldn't lift her head, she didn't dare to look directly at Hiro. "By the way, Kurenai, I want to give you something," Hiro said suddenly. "WH? What?" The little girl was still thinking about what she had just done, looking up a little confused for a while. Hiro took out Flying Thunder God's special kunai. "You take this, you must carry it with you all time, especially when you are in danger." This kunai. Kurenai is a bit strange, but seeing Hiro was serious, she nodded obediently. Seeing Kurenai held his kunai, Hiro was relieved. He kissed Kurenai's smooth forehead again, and said, "You should sleep early." "Yes, but you must stay until I fall asleep," Kurenai said. Hiro of course agreed to her request. Hiro coaxed Kurenai until she fell asleep, and when he returned to his home after the girl was completely asleep. She is very beautiful, getting along with Kurenai always makes him very happy. At home. After a busy day, the first thing Hiro did after returning was drinking a glass of water. He took a short rest and then began to practice. Hiro started his usual training exercise. When it comes to ninjutsu, Hiro has never fallen behind. He is training every day. Even with systematic help, he has to rely on himself to become a strong ninja. All that killing on the battlefield made Hiro's mind more calm and steady. Without knowing, it was already midnight. The sky is dim and everything is silent. Only the sky full of stars accompanied Hiro, but it was not too boring while training all kinds of ninjutsu and genjutsus. While training, Hiro suddenly felt something weird around him. There is a chakra blend into the night. Although it is extremely hidden, it is still discovered by Hiro. "Ding, host, please pay attention, an enemy is coming." The female voice of the system also lingered in his ears, sending out a prompt. Hiro also noticed the comer. A gust of wind passed, a ninja came quietly. He thought he was hiding well and was not discovered, so he gradually relaxed his vigilance. Hiro could vaguely see the figure of the coming person. He was about 1.7 m. He was a man, dressed in black, with a black mask. Hiro could only his eyes, his body completely covered. Who will it be? Hiro didn't attack rashly, he is thinking about the identity of the comer. He also has a few suspicions in his heart. Could it be Orochimaru? Or Danza's root ninjas? Or is it Uchiha? As Hiro thought about it, he also heard the system prompt. Danza's root member Phantom is going to be detrimental to the host. Please be prepared for any surprise attack. A system prompt sounded. After that, Hiro saw a name above his head, Phantom. Hiro is very surprised. The system prompt was convenient. Turned out to be the root person. Does Danza want to kill me? Hiro's mind turned, but he quickly overturned this conclusion. No, if Danza wants to kill Hiro, after learning that Hiro can kill Ebizo, he won't send just one ninja. This ninja's code named is Phantom, so there must be a secret behind it. Anbu and Root ninjas all use code names, and Phantom is the code name of the ninja in front of him, making Hiro narrow his eyes. Danza, you come so fast. Hiro thought it seems Danza is very interested in his Mokuton. Just one day after returning to Konoha, Danza immediately made his move. Hiro thought of this, his eyes became slightly cold. He is not a soft persimmon that other people can pinch. And when dealing with Danza, he must attack back. The original Uchiha Shisui is an example. His Mangekyou Sharingan has dug out his eyes in the underground base of Root. He was even forced to death by Danza. To a large extent. This Phantom didn't know that Hiro had discovered him. He was still groping for the door quietly. But at this moment Phantom heard a faint voice, "You are coming to my house very late at night." Hiro's words awakened Phantom suddenly. Knowing that he had been discovered, he was very surprised. Phantom's strength is not bad in the Root, it belongs to elite Jounin, and more importantly, Phantom is just like his code name. He is proficient in Genjutsu. He is someone like Shinku, belongs to Genjutsu type of ninja. From the information shown by Hiro in the war, it didn't mention Hiro could do Genjutsu. Therefore, Danza sent him to test Hiro. Phantom was very surprised, knowing Hiro has discovered him. After he calmed himself, he quickly released Genjutsu, tree binding death. After Phantom realized who powerful Hiro is, he directly used Genjutsu. In an instant, the illusion appeared. Hiro was in the illusion space, only saw a big tree growing in the illusion space, and Hiro was bound by the vines of the big tree. Phantom held a kunai, half of his body appeared from inside the tree, above Hiro. He was about to pierce his heart with kunai. Use Genjutsu in front of me. Hiro sneered. He opened his Sharingan. 3 tomos are spinning very fast. Ordinary Genjutsu is useless for Hiro. The so-called Genjutsu is essentially chakras that disrupt the opponent, leaving the opponent in the illusion, unable to resist. If you want to crack the illusion, you must calm your chakra and let the chakra flow in a normal state. Hiro has 3 tomos Sharingan, and of course, he is very good at cracking Genjutsus. Immediately, he calmed down his chakra flow. He broke the illusion in an instant. What the fuck? He cracked my Genjutsu so quickly. Phantom realized the intelligence about Hiro was wrong. Hiro was also very good at Genjutsu. Hiro instantly broke his illusion. He had no chance of winning. Thinking of this, Phantom made a decisive decision, jumped out of the window. He started to running instantly. Phantom is running very fast, moving quickly on Konoha's street, rushing wildly in a flash. After realizing the power of Hiro, he knew that he had no chance against him. The Phantom's figure flashed quickly and ran back and forth in Konoha's streets and alleys. Fortunately, it was late at night and there was no one on the street. He ran wildly, feeling that his strength was not small, and he felt this way it seems very long. After running for a while, thinking that Hiro should not be able to catch up, Phantom stopped to gasp his breath. But suddenly, Phantom looked at the street ahead and was stunned. Because of the street in front, he seems to have walked just now. In other words, either he was walking in a circle or he was standing in the same spot from the beginning. Genjutsu, when did I fall in his Genjutsu? The Phantom was in a cold sweat, his scalp was numb, and there were panic and fear on his face. As a Genjutsu type ninja, he didn't even know when Hiro made Genjutsu. When you first entered my room, you already fell in my Genjutsu. Hiro's voice came faintly, causing Phantom to tremble in fear. From the start, Phantom was hit by Hiro's Genjutsu, without even knowing. I created this Genjutsu, I call it Great Labyrinth Genjutsu. What do you think of its power? Hiro said lightly. Great Labyrinth Genjutsu is Hiro's Genjutsu, B-level Genjutsu. But it is very practical. This Genjutsu puts the opponent to be in the maze and makes him go through all kinds of hints and illusions, deepen the fear in the enemy's heart. At present, Hiro can already use the power of 3 Tomo's Sharingan to the limit, which makes the effect of Great Labyrinth Genjutsu even more powerful. The horror in Phantom's heart at this time couldn't be described. He couldn't think Hiro was still proficient in Genjutsu. He can put him in a Genjutsu without knowing it, which shows how powerful Hiro's Genjutsu is. You were sent by Danza. Hiro's words shocked Phantom again, but Phantom did not speak because he could not reveal the slightest secret of Root. Hiro said again faintly, it seems Danza-sama is interested in me, but I am only interested in beautiful women, I am not interested in an old ugly man. Phantom's eyes showed anger. Hiro insulting Danza made him very angry. Many of the members of Root are Danza's diehards, Phantom is one of them. Hiro glanced at Phantom and said coldly, you are my prisoner now, and you must have the consciousness of a prisoner. Your code name is Phantom, right? You are proficient in Genjutsu, your strength is pretty good. What? Phantom is even more surprised. Unexpectedly, Hiro knew everything about his mission, which was extremely shocking. How is this possible? How could Hiro know the secret of Root? Phantom looked at Hiro and felt Hiro was becoming more and more mysterious. Phantom was gradually becoming restless, and his defense was slightly loosened. Hiro first used Genjutsu to frighten him, then explained his identity with a few words, which caused subtle changes in Phantom's heart. It's just how could he know? Hiro got all this information from the system body. The system is very amazing, easy to use. Hiro looked at Phantom and said, since Danza-sama wants to see my Mokuton, why didn't he come in person? Why he sent instead? The Phantom was silent. He didn't say a word from the beginning to the end. It seemed that he didn't dare to reveal the slightest information about the Root. Hiro sighed. The old fucker Danza did have a good subordinate, at least most Root members are very loyal to him. Seeing Phantom's silence, Hiro said indifferently, oh, you can't speak, right? It seems in your Root there is something called curse seal on the tongue, right? Phantom eyes widened from shock. How could Will know everything about them? He knows even about the curse seal. Phantom looked at Will, not knowing what to do or say. Well, it's useless to with you, you can't say Danza's secret anyway. It's useless to keep you alive. Hiro shrugged, removed the illusion, and walked in front of the Phantom. The Phantom was still under the effect of his Genjutsu. He was paralyzed and unable to move. Hiro walked in front of the Phantom and reached out his hands. An electric light chirps in his hand, it starts flicking, it is Chidori-yu. Phantom's pupils shrunk, knowing what Hiro is going to do, the terror in his eyes become thicker, he said in a terrified voice. You can't kill me, otherwise, Danza-sama will not let you go. Oh. Do you think with Danza's character, he will fight me for the life of a subordinate? Hiro said faintly. The Phantom didn't talk anymore. From the moment Phantom broke into Hiro's house, his ending was already doomed. If Hiro let Phantom go off so easily, then his attitude would be too soft. Now, Danza using this guy to test Hero. Now, how can Hero let this go? Only using ruthless Hero can make Danza don't act rashly. Hero will be more jealous of him and dare not do anything. The lightning burst, the lightning was dense, and the dense lightning flashes, making Phantom even more afraid for an instant. You. Hero. Danza Sama has already noticed you. If you make such a big movement, Danza Sama will be more alert to you. You. Of course Phantom does not want to die. So he kept talking. Noisy. Hero said coldly. At the same time, Hero's thunder light flashed, and the Phantom's figure fell softly to the ground. The vitality in his eyes gradually dissipated, he was dead. Hero looked at Phantom's body and said, what a pitiful guy, he died just to deliver a message. Is Hero afraid of Danza? You may be wary and afraid of Danza, but Hero will never fear Danza. What about Danza? After all, Hero and Danza had a contradiction in the first place. Now Hero is a member of Anbu, which is directly under the third Hokage. There is a gap between third Hokage and Danza. Besides, Danza is very interested in Hero's Mokuton. Sooner or later there will be a fight between them. There is always a solution to a problem. If he became a strong ninja like Uchiha Madara and Hashirama, would he fear someone like Danza? Of course not. Hero used a tough and ruthless method by directly killing the opponent. Danza. Hero thought about Danza's matter carefully, then he had made a decision. At the moment Hero killed Phantom. Somewhere in Konoha, in an underground secret base. Danza is leaning on crutches, half of his body is wrapped in a bandage, behind him there are several members of the Root organization standing. Danza, who was sitting, as if he had sensed something, he thought, the cursed seal on Phantom has disappeared. Could it be that he has? The curse seals of members of the Root members are extremely difficult to release. If the curse seals disappear, there is probably only one situation, and that is the death of the curse seal owner. Danza fell into deep thoughts. After Hero killed Phantom, Danza sensed Phantom's Juinjutsu disappearance. He was very surprised. Could it be that Hero boy? Damn, that boy is so bold. After knowing what happened he cursed, but after some time he recovered his calm, but his eyes flickered, but no one knows what he was thinking. After a while, Danza murmured, if Hero killed the Phantom. Danza's eyes gradually became sharp and calm again. Hero, what an interesting guy. Danza leaned on his staff, sinking into his thoughts. Hero, after disposing of Phantom's body, covered it up, he started thinking. Danza shouldn't do anything to me for the time being. I am Anbu captain under the third Hokage. Although Danza is strong, he isn't Konoha's Hokage. To deal with Danza, my strength must be even stronger. Hero said to himself. Hero analyzed Danza's character before killing the Phantom. It can be said that Hero had already made some plans to deal with Danza. Hero didn't need too much thinking, he had already figured out how to deal with Danza. Although Danza is strong, Hero is also strong but not at the same level, so the top priority is to improve his strength. At present, the three abilities I rely on are Mokuton, Sharingan, and Flying Thunder God. Among them, if I want to improve my strength quickly, the quickest way is Sharingan. Hero thought. Both Mokuton and Flying Thunder God need very hard training, so it takes a lot of time which Hero doesn't have, but Sharingan is completely different, it is much faster. As long as he opens Mangekyou Sharingan his strength will directly enter Kage level, he can even have top Kage level ninja strength. Thinking of this, Hero immediately entered the modifier space. System, how can I open the Mangekyo Sharingan? Hiro asked. The system replied with a soft female voice detecting, the host has 3 Tomos Sharingan, it reached ordinary Sharingan's limit, upgrading it to Mangekyo Sharingan needs some conditions. Opening Mangekyo Sharingan condition is, kill the closest person to you, or witness the death of the closest person to you. Take one of your family members' eyes, replace it with yours. Hiro said, of course I know this. I'm asking if there are other ways to open eyes. Killing the closest person to him, this method undoubtedly makes Hiro want to puke. Its eyes filled with evil. Host can use another method, because of the modifier existence, the host only needs to kill an Uchiha Kage level ninja with Sharingan. This system can extract the chakra and hatred from the opponent's Sharingan to open the host's eyes. The female voice of the system came. Hiro understood. In other words, another condition is to kill the Kage level ninja with the Sharingan. As long as Hiro kills a Kage level ninja with Sharingan, the system will help him to open Mangekyo Sharingan. Thinking of this, Hiro's heart become excited, as long as he is a Kage level ninja with Sharingan, right, he doesn't have to have Mangekyo Sharingan, right? Yes. Hiro understands. This condition is a bit hard, but not too difficult. It seems I should go to Uchiha's family territory. There shouldn't be many Uchiha classmen who meet the system requirements. Hiro thought in himself. It just happens that both Obito and Shisui are currently in the Uchiha clan. After knowing the conditions for opening Mangekyo Sharingan, Hiro immediately started making plans. As long as he opens Mangekyo Sharingan, Hiro's strength will directly enter Kage level. Next day. Hiro got up early in the morning. Kyoinai woke up even earlier than Hiro. This girl carefully prepared breakfast for Hiro. Several kinds of rich snacks were placed on Hiro's table, and she also helped Hiro clean. Her actions made Hiro's heart filled with warmth. What a wonderful girl. Hiro never expected Kyoinai to be so well behaved and willing to do this for him. After eating snacks, Hiro was in a good mood. He agreed with Kyoinai to find Kakashi, Guy, Obito, and others for a small gathering. By the way, because of what happened in Sand, Sarutobi Asuma didn't bother Kyoinai anymore. He stays away from Hiro, Kakashi, and others. Hiro hadn't seen Asuma for a long time. He seemed to have disappeared from Konoha. Hiro and Obito chatted, and inadvertently proposed the idea of admiring Uchiha and wanting to visit the Uchiha clan. With Obito's kind and willing nature, he agreed to Hiro's request. He would go to the Uchiha clan as a guest tomorrow. Hiro needs a legitimate reason to enter the Uchiha clan, and this is the best one. After solving this matter, Hiro's heart was excited. After that, the 2 little girls, Kyoinai and Rin, took Hiro to tell them the story of what happened on the battlefield. Guy, Obito, and Kakashi were also very curious about this because according to Third Hokage's decision, Kakashi and Obito are also about to go to the battlefield. Wait for me to go to the battlefield, then I will show the power of youth. Guy clenched his fists. He was eager to try. The hard work of this guy in training is always a hell mode. At present, Guy is making progress very quickly. He can already open 3 gates from 8 inner gates, so Hiro knows Guy isn't just talking, he has some strength. Come on, Guy. Hiro patted Kai on the shoulder. Hiro always appreciates those who work hard. Guy nodded fiercely, I will, so I can live up to my youth and blood. Hiro's mouth twitched, speechless. It's time to go back to each house for a while and relax with everyone. Hiro sent Kuinai home first, and then returned to his home. But on the road, they were blocked. A man with a bandage on his right half, leaning on a staff, about 50 years old, blocked Hiro's path. Danza. Danza blocked Hiro's way. This is the first time Hiro has seen Danza. He saw Danza was leaning on a staff, the right half of his body including his eyes wrapped in bandages. His expression was indifferent, his other eye was closed as well. Danza himself is a very powerful Kage-level ninja. Besides Danza, 2 people were standing, one on the left and one on the right. One of them looked thin and small, he looked young, he may even be about the same age as Hiro, wearing a black ninja suit, a cat face mask on his face. It is the costume of Anbu. The other has an adult ninja body, wearing a fox mask, standing on the right side of Danza. Danza-sama, Hiro said. He glanced at Danza and his 2 subordinates. He saw one of them seemed to be at the same age as him. Because his hair was exposed, he could see his hair is brown. Hiro thought of something. About the same age as him, with brown hair, Hiro immediately thought of someone. Could it be him? Hiro was a little surprised, he soon calmed down. Hiro. Danza nodded slightly and said, "Sure enough, you are an extraordinary young ninja. I have heard of your achievements. I have already told 3rd Hokage that I want to transfer you to the route. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot." Hiro nodded slightly and said without sincerity. Danza didn't care, waved his hand, and took a closer look at Hiro, and said, "Yesterday, a ninja codenamed Phantom of our route died accidentally. He seems to have died near your home. I want to investigate. Please cooperate." Danza's tone became sharp. Hiro squinted his eyes and shrugged, disapproving. "I have never seen this person. I think Danza-sama should have found the wrong person. I am also not interested in joining the route." Hiro replied lightly. Hiro's attitude is very tough, he also has a strong backbone now. At least Hiro knew that Danza would never dare to do anything to him in a short time. Hiro's teacher Tsunade and he is an Anbu under the 3rd Hokage. It isn't been a long since Konoha establishment, even Danza should be a little afraid at this time. Hearing Hiro's words, he saw Danza frowning. "I want you to assist in the investigation, please cooperate." There is no doubt Danza trying to catch Hiro. Of course, this is also a tentative move by Danza. Hiro said coldly, "I was with Kuinai and others yesterday, and I have never seen the root ninja. Besides, if Danza-sama wants me to assist in the investigation, please ask Hokage-sama first. Besides, I am now an Anbu captain directly under Hokage-sama." "What?" Danza was slightly surprised. He didn't expect Hiro to have become the captain of Hokage's Anbu team. This identity is not simple at all, at least in Konoha it has a lot of privileges, which means Hiro only takes orders from the 3rd Hokage. If Danza wants to order Hiro, he must get 3rd Hokage's permission first. This one of the protection ways 3rd Hokage gave to Hiro. Danza fell into deep thoughts. He didn't expect things to be so tricky. Hiro was prepared. Danza's expression turned a little embarrassed. He guessed Hiro would have a countermeasure. This kid is really difficult to deal with. He heard that Tsunade cares about him very much, so attacking Hiro not only angers 3rd Hokage but Tsunade also. Damn it, Sarutobi defends this kid to this degree. Danza was angry. Since coercion cannot be achieved, it can only be lured. Lure. Danza looked at Hiro and said, "Hiro, I heard that you can use Mokuton, right?" "Yes, Danza-sama." Hiro nodded. Our root also has been studying Mokyuten. After all, it is the strongest bloodline limit left by the first Hokage Soma. In the root, there is Mokyuten Ninjutsu Scroll, which is a legacy of the first Hokage Soma. It records many contents about Mokyuten, which may be helpful to you. Danza. Mokyuten Ninjutsu Scroll left by Hashirama. It seems that this thing exists in the root, otherwise how could Danza know that Sharingan Kon only transplanted to other people using Hashirama's cell? How can Yamato use Mokyuten in the original work? In the original book, Yamato Mokyuten style, if there is no guidance from the Mokyuten Ninjutsu Scroll of Hashirama, it may be impossible for Yamato to use Mokyuten. Hiro was surprised. Danza's words should not be false, there is such a thing. As long as you join Root, I will give you Mokyuten Ninjutsu Scroll to study. What do you think? Don't have any worries. If you are worried the third Hokage would disagree, I will talk to him. Danza said lightly. It seems Hiro has swallowed the bite. If he can read Mokyuten Ninjutsu Scroll, Hiro will agree, Danza thought. When Hiro joins the Root, he will place a curse seal on Hiro. And Hiro will be his obedient puppet. As for Mokyuten Ninjutsu Scroll of Hashirama, there is indeed such thing in the Root, but Mokyuten records left by Hashirama are so obscure and so complicated that most people cannot study it at all. As for why Danza can use it, because he has been studying it for many years. Anyway, Hiro must be under his control at any cost. This is Danza's plan. If it was someone else, under this coercion and temptation, maybe he would agree. However, Hiro is well aware of the nature of Danza, and being with Danza is no different from seeking your death. Who knows what he was thinking about? Hiro knew this very well, he was always vigilant about Danza. However, since there is such a good thing as Mokyuten Ninjutsu Scroll left by the first Hokage, he must find a way to get it. Thanks to Danza for providing such useful news. If Danza knew Hiro's thoughts, he will regret coming here. Faced with Danza's wooing, Hiro also replied very readily, "Sorry, I'm not interested in the time being. Sorry, I am not interested in the time being." Hiro refused very simply, making Danza a little bit ashamed and angry. This kid is really smart. Danza was thinking Hiro would take his offer without hesitating, but who would have thought this kid won't be fooled? Ever since he took control of the Root, even third Hokage won't move him easily. Who would have thought he would encounter such a difficult situation with Hiro? Hiro was holding fire in his heart. Danza said faintly, "In this case, I will not force you, but the door of Root will always be open for you." Then thank Danza-sama. Hiro shrugged and said nothing. Hiro could see that Danza was a little angry, but Hiro didn't care. Anyway, he didn't bother to fight with Danza and Orochimaru. Their talk comes to an end. Hiro and Danza have nothing to talk about anymore. But he has to think of a way to get Mokyuten Ninjutsu Scroll left over from the first Hokage, which will be very helpful to Hiro's training of Mokyuten. Thinking of this, Hiro decided in his heart. Since there is nothing to talk about, then I will leave first, Hiro said lightly. While talking, Hiro raised his foot and prepared to leave. When Hiro was about to leave, he was stopped by Danza. "Wait. Is there something, Danza-sama?" Danza smiled, but his face was a little gloomy. "I still want to tell you that in the Root we have a ninja can use Mokyuten." "Oh." Hiro turned around and deliberately said, "Is there something like this?" Hiro swept forward. He had guessed who it was, but he didn't speak. Danza shouted, "Get out!" "Yes, Danza-sama. The ninja code named Kino is Yamato." He is about the same age as Hiro at this time, probably less than 9 years old. He has already joined the Root organization. Yamato was the experimental subject of Orochimaru, but because of the cooperation between Orochimaru and Danza, so Danza knew about him. Because Danza was very interested in Mokuton, so he helped Yamato escape from Orochimaru's hand. After escaping, Yamato joined the Root. From then on he was controlled by Danza and became a puppet in Danza's hand, codenamed Kino. He was highly valued by Danza. As Hiro thought, the short ninja is Yamato. Hiro immediately understood. I saw Yamato wearing a cat face mask, took a step forward, looking at Hiro. His expression remained calm, and said, "Hiro-sama." Hiro looked at Yamato, and a strange feeling surged in his heart. Did this fellow Yamato join the Root so early? But it seems to be the same. In the original book, when Kakashi was 12 years old, Yamato was already in the Root. He had been there for a long time. At the moment, Yamato should be just joined the Root. After a few years, Yamato escaped from the Root, and directly joined the Anbu of 3rd Hokage, so he becomes directly under the 3rd Hokage. A thought flashed through Hiro's mind. When he saw Yamato standing in front of him, he could see a fighting intent in his eyes. Hiro glanced at Danza. Danza said lightly, "This Kino, he is a ninja of our Root who can use Mokuton. He has good strength. I heard you are also can use Mokuton, so it's better to point him to 1 or 2 and open my eyes." Danza wants to test Hiro's Mokuton power, and at the same time, he wants to know the difference between Yamato and Hiro's Mokuton. Hiro instantly knew what Danza was thinking. He narrowed his eyes slightly. "Danza, he is an old fox. Fine, don't you just want to see Mokuton? I will let you see how strong the Mokuton style is. Let you see the gap between me and Yamato." Hiro squinted his eyes, and a glimmer of cold light flashed across his eyes. He planned to take action ruthlessly so Danza would be more careful when he deals with him in the future. Hiro wants to kill him right now. Okay. Hiro agreed. Seeing Hiro agreed, Danza smiled happily, then looked at Yamato and nodded his head. Yamato was very respectful. "Hiro-sama, please take care of me." Hiro nodded casually. This time, Yamato acted. He quickly made a hand seal, and shouted, "Mokuton, giant forest jutsu. Mokuton style." When Yamato completed his ninjutsu, many trees grew out of his arms. These woods gathered together, as if they were spiritual, like a group of poisonous snakes, biting in to trap Hiro. The dense wood is densely packed, and looking at the offensive, it is quite extraordinary. Yamato was able to use Mokuton to this degree, which was already considered good. These pieces of wood wrapped around Hiro was completely trapped. The power of Mokuton lies in its user ability. If he is powerful he can change it into various forms and shapes. Hiro smiled. "Mokuton, tree bind eternal burial. Whose Mokuton is better and stronger?" "Yamato's Mokuton is only." Yamato also doesn't have a sage body like Hiro, plus Hiro's extraordinary talent, so Hiro's Mokuton power is more powerful. Yamato can't be compared with Hiro. As soon as Hiro's ninjutsu came out, Mokuton's mighty power was instantly revealed. Numerous vines grew from the ground. The number of these branches was several times that of Yamato's. Yamato's expression changed. He didn't expect the gap between Hiro and him is so big. Danza was very surprised. What a strong chakra, what a strong Mokuton. Trees and vines spread wildly, forming a small forest in a blink of an eye, directly destroying Yamato's Mokuton. The Mokyutan style used by Yamato was suppressed by Hiro's Mokyutan style, and the wood was torn apart, completely unable to compare with its power. At the same time, Hiro's wooden rope bound Yamato's body. This kind of wooden rope has very good flexibility and durability and is very strong. The person tied up by the wooden rope cannot move at all and can only wait to die. Yamato was defeated in seconds. Hiro and Yamato used Mokyutan at the same time, but Hiro's Mokyutan is stronger than Yamato's. Yamato lost in seconds. He was tied up by a wooden rope, he spits out a mouthful of blood, his complexion becomes very pale. Surprise appeared in Yamato's eyes. He couldn't figure out how he was defeated in an instant. How big is the gap between him and Hiro? Danza opened his eye a little bit, he was surprised by how this fight ended. Danza looked at Hiro with a slightly complicated expression and hummed faintly, as expected of Hiro, even Kino is no match for you. Although he can use Mokyutan, your Mokyutan is too much power. Hiro's performance was really impressive. Danza never thought Hiro could have such strength. This powerful strength shocked Danza completely. As expected of someone who can Mokyutan, no wonder Ebizo died in his hands. This kid is truly extraordinary. Damn, such a talent was recruited by the third Hokage in advance. It's really. Danza regrets it now. If he knew that Hiro can have such strength in such a short time, he would fight Hiruzen for Hiro, but now it was too late. Hiro glanced at Yamato and put away Mokyutan. Yamato was let go by Hiro. He glanced at Hiro in awe. He didn't have much resentment towards Hiro, and just whispered, "Thank you, Hiro-sama." Hiro nodded inadvertently, and then said to Danza, "Danza-sama, if there is nothing else, I will leave first." Danza watched Hiro leave, his expression looked strange as if he was thinking of something. The same is Mokyutan, why is his Mokyutan so powerful than Kino's Mokyutan? What is going on with this kid? If I can unlock this secret, maybe I can have original first Hokage's Mokyutan, by then. There is something called ambition in Danza's eyes that is spreading and flickering. Kino, let's go. Danza said lightly. Yes. The figures for the three of them disappeared. As Hiro had guessed, although Hiro killed the Phantom, Danza did not rashly act on Hiro but asked Yamato to test his strength. After seeing Hiro's strength, Danza was also slightly surprised, knowing Hiro is not easy to deal with, so he does not want to act rashly. Of course, he was still waiting for an opportunity to catch Hiro. Hiro returned home, feeling a lot more relaxed. Danza should not dare to mess with me for a while, I just need to work hard and improve my strength. Danza, I hope you think about the consequences otherwise. Hiro squinted his eyes flickering with cold light. If Danza made a move on him, Hiro will act decisively and unsparingly. Hiro closed his eyes and start training. After about 2 hours, he fell asleep beautifully and waited for dawn. The next day, Hiro, Kakashi, Guy, Rin, and Kuinai gathered together again, because yesterday Hiro proposed to visit Uchiha's house, so Guy and others also joined in the fun. Rin was here as well, so he readily agreed. Hiro was happy. His coming to the Uchiha clan is to inquire about the news. He wanted to raise his Sharingan to Mangekyou Sharingan, so he wanted to see if there is a Kage-level ninja in the current Uchiha family. Going with all his friends is tantamount to helping his cover. Hiro, you are so slow, we won't wait for you. The guy looked excited and beckoned. Today we are going to the Uchiha clan, Konoha's strongest clan, the legendary Sharingan, it's really exciting. Hiro smiled, You'd better not say this in front of the Hyuga clan. Why? Guy asked strangely. Hyuga and Uchiha both feel that they are the strongest family of Konoha. Hiro shrugged. Kurenai and Rin chuckled, thinking Hiro's words made sense. When they arrived at the Uchiha clan territory, they only saw the continuous houses, covering a huge area, and the Uchiha clan's clan emblem was directly in front of them. The emblem of the Uchiha clan represents the fire-manipulating fan, which is very obvious. When they entered the Uchiha clan, Obito came out to greet them. At the same time, Hiro also sensed several chakras were locked on their bodies. It seemed that they were the guard ninjas of the Uchiha clan. Expected of the Uchiha clan, it is indeed the most powerful clan in Konoha. It is well guarded. Hiro sighed with emotion, but the chakra soon dissipated again, probably because Hiro and others didn't pose a threat. With Obito's help, Hiro and others successfully entered the Uchiha clan. Obito was proudly introducing them, especially for Rin. Rin listened with great interest, making Obito her little fan, even more excited. Entering the Uchiha clan, Hiro listened to the introduction of Obito. He already had a general understanding of the Uchiha clan. The head of the Uchiha clan is already Uchiha Fugaku. At this time, Hiro suddenly heard the cry of a baby coming from nearby. He saw a black-haired woman holding a baby. The baby was crying constantly and loudly. Everyone was attracted by the baby's crying. Obito immediately introduced, "This is Aunt Mikoto's child, only a few months old," he called Uchiha Itakai. Puff. Hiro almost squirted out, looking at the baby. He looked beautiful, with his big eyes, and soft white face. He looked very cute. Itakai Uchiha. He is so cute. Rin leaned forward, thinking that the baby was very cute. Obito nodded with her. Yes, yeah, I think so too. All this talk for Rin's sake, he just wants to make her like him or something like that. As soon as Obito leaned forward, a small water jet rushed towards his face. Then there came a frantic voice, "Itakai, what are you doing? Damn it." Everyone burst into laughter. He peed on Obito's face. Hiro gave a thumbs up to the baby Uchiha Itakai. "Kid, good job." Obito was fighting with Uchiha Itakai, who is in a baby state after Itakai peed on him. Everyone burst into laughter. Obito was very embarrassed, especially after being peed on in front of his goddess Rin. But fortunately, Rin had been comforting him, which made him calm down. Hiro shrugged, watching this scene in his eyes. At the same time he was teasing the baby Itakai playing. The black-haired woman holding Itakai isn't Uchiha Mikoto. Hiro hasn't seen Uchiha Fugaku either. Both of them are busy. After all, Fugaku is the Uchiha clan leader. Itakai is very cute, especially when Hiro thought about the appearance of Itakai in the future, and looking at him now crying because he can't drink milk. He always feels that there is a contrast. But this little guy is accurate at urinating. Hiro glanced at the embarrassed Obito, and smiled secretly. Sure enough, Itakai's shuriken technique was originally good since he was born. He urinated very accurately just now, cough cough. Hiro smiled. Counting his age, Itakai should just be born. At the end of the Third Ninja War, Itakai was almost 4 years old, and Sasuke and Naruto were almost just born at that time. Thinking of this, Hiro straightened his thoughts. While he was thinking, a voice interrupted his thoughts. "Obito, Hiro, you are all here." The voice came. Hiro looked back. He saw a black head with black eyes coming up with a large sword on his back. He is Uchiha Shisui. Uchiha Shisui appeared in front of Hiro and others. Shisui. Obito looked towards Shisui. When Shisui saw that Obito came forward, he took a step back, sniffed his nose, and said, "Hey, it's strange, why do you smell like urine?" Hiro starts laughing, so did everyone, only Obito complexion turned black and the corners of his mouth twitched. Obito speechlessly said, "It is all Itakai's fault, damn, I will beat him up when he grows up." Hearing what Obito just said, Hiro looked at Obito with a strange look. It seems Obito didn't have a chance against Itakai from beginning to end. Poor Obito, after hearing Shisui he wanted to find a hole in the ground to hide. At this time, Uchiha Shisui walked in front of Hiro. "Hiro." Shisui greeted Hiro with a smile. Hiro also nodded slightly. It has been a while. Hiro and Shisui have met several times before. The relationship between the two is pretty good. After all, Shisui has a very gentle personality, so they can be considered friends. "I've heard about your achievements on the battlefield, you are amazing." Shisui looked at Hiro, he was smiling, he was surprised by Hiro's strength. Shisui has always been the #1 ninja of the younger generation in the Uchiha family, he could even be considered as #1 in Konoha. Recently, Shisui has opened his Sharingan, his strength has improved greatly. Therefore, when he learned about Hiro's achievements on the battlefield, Uchiha Shisui was also eager to try his strength against Hiro, he felt a little itchy. Hiro and Shisui only fought once, it was in the Forest of Death. Hiro shrugged and smiled, and said, "According to the orders of the third Hokage, you will be on the battlefield soon. I believe your performance will not be bad by then. The name Shisui of the Body Flicker will soon be famous in the ninja world." Hiro does not doubt this. Obito seems very proud. Yes, Shisui is super strong. He already opened his Sharingan, which is unique among us in the Uchiha clan. Kakashi's dead fish eyes finally changed slightly at this time, and said, "He is a talent ninja, he is much better than someone only knows how to yell and scream all the day." Being ridiculed by Kakashi, he shouted angrily, "Kakashi! Kakashi and Obito, just like Sasuke and Naruto." Everyone is smiling. But at this moment, he saw Shisui taking a step forward and said, "Hiro, I know you are very powerful, but still I want to fight against you, please take care of me." "What? Want to fight against Hiro?" The guy was surprised, he subconsciously exclaimed. Not only Guy, Obito, Rin and Kakashi, Kuinai. Kuinai is slightly surprised. She did not expect that Shisui would suddenly make this request. Among them, Shisui's strength is indeed the best. But Hiro was even better. After all, Hiro can kill even Ibizo. Hiro made remarkable achievements in war, he is simply a metamorphosis. This is what Guy and others think. Of course, Shisui is not weak either. It's just that, in comparison, Shisui doesn't have any achievements yet. Although he has always been known as Uchiha's strongest genius, he rarely took action. Seeing everyone talking, Shisui's expression remained unchanged, and he smiled, "I just want to see how is my strength compared to you, Hiro, you are the best opponent." Hearing Shisui is about to fight Hiro, even some people in the Uchiha clan were alarmed. Hearing that Shisui was going to challenge Hiro, many people from the Uchiha clan came out. I saw at least 20 Uchiha clan members coming out. There were males and females, old and young, some even opened their Sharingan. The blood-red eyes were surprisingly amazing. After all, Shisui is the strongest young genius ninja within Uchiha. He challenged Hiro, who is currently the most popular rising ninja in Konoha. So of course this fight will attract much attention. Hero vs Shisui. A collision between genius, I don't know who will win. Shisui has already opened his Sharingan, so his strength should be stronger than Hero's, right? I don't think so, the rumor says that Hero has killed Ibizo of Sand. Well, even if Hero is strong, it won't be easy to defeat Shisui. With the sound of discussion, a lot of Uchiha family members came out to watch. Hero carefully observed and perceives these people, just so. This time he just wanted to explore Uchiha's Kid-level ninja, so he could find an opportunity to open Mangekyo Sharingan. That's it guys, hope you like the video. Make sure you like, share and subscribe the channel. And also tell me your recommendation in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.